Hey, good morning. This is Kim Reads Urantia. Okay, so I'm going to read from the Urantia book, but first, I got 365 Days of Walking the Red Road by Terry Jean. Okay, so today we are honoring Red Horse Lakota Chief. Red Horse lived from 1822 to 1907. He fought in the Battle of Little Bighorn. He was a sub-chief of the Minneconjou Sioux. Yeah, he drew pictographs of the Little Bighorn battle. Okay, so let's. He says, and I is probably as regard to that battle or any, I don't know, to the Little Bighorn battle. There's so much written about that. There was never a better day to die. There was never a better day to die. So that's right on. That's how, and it's not that there's a battle, but it should be like every day like that, kind of, right? Because you know it's kind of like, every day you're prepared for the worst. It's like, God, yes, I would live, but it's your will, it's not mine. I'll go willingly when it's my time. So it's like you be ready. You're ready. Everything is in order. And if it's time to go, it's time to go. And that doesn't change. If you have something to stand for, something to fight for, you have to, if it's worth dying for. I mean, I can think of some things that are worth dying for. My family, honor, these guys were fighting for their home, for their livelihood, right? And there's no greater love than man has for man, but to give up his life for a friend. That shows, and it shows, that life is this fleeting thing. I'm not scared of losing my life because I have eternal life. I'm not scared. That's a lot of faith there. That's a lot of heart. Okay, under the did you know, we have the word shaman originated in Siberia. But today some native tribes and many non-natives, especially anthropologists, use this term to describe a Native American healer who dwells with the underworld, the supernatural, and the spirits. Individuals who are true humans will not write a book or make a public appearance about their work, nor will they advertise their practice or speak of it in public. A shaman can only be found by word of mouth. And those who practice ancient customs are rare. They differ from native healers, who often mix traditional medicine with unconventional methods and act more as a physician to the community. Okay, so a shaman is somebody who goes to the underworld, a mysterious person, doesn't advertise. Yeah, dwells in silence and obscurity, close to the earth. Okay. Today is February 5th. We have the Tao Te Ching next. Yin and Yang. And we have an image. Oh, it might be, I don't know, don't look like the Great Wall. It's a wall, but it's not, it's, maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe it is the end of the, I don't know. But anyway, there's the image. Broken down wall. Yeah. Maybe not all parts of the Great Wall are so majestic, because it seems like it goes far out in the distance. I don't know. Maybe that's not it. I'm going to read it to you. This is about yin and yang. Yin and yang aren't sentimental. They exist without moralizing. They act regardless of our wishes, with the ebb and flow of every pregnant moment. The spaces between yin and yang is like a bellows, empty yet infinitely full. The more it yields, the more it fills. Countless words count less than the silent balance between yin and yang. Right. There's messages in the silence, and this image of a bellows of like the space between the yin and the yang is powerful too. Yeah. That makes potential. So when yin and yang are close together, there's harmony. There's peace. When man and wife are together, all is well. All is well. The home is secure. When they grow apart, there's potential because they're working, they're doing things, and they're coming together is a great force. And there's potential in that. It's like breathing. It's a very beautiful image. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to read from the Urantia book now. Okay. We're on paper 35, section 9, the Lanonandek Rulers. We've been talking about the Lanonandeks. Okay. So these are the administrators of the local universe, right? Okay. The Lanonandeks are the continuous rulers of the planets and the rotating sovereigns of the systems. Such a sun now rules on Jerusalem, the headquarters of your local system of inhabited worlds. Okay, so yeah, so I don't know the name of our Lanonandek. I don't know the name of our constellation father, I guess, but one of them does rule up there. Yeah, the system sovereigns rule in commissions of 2 or 3 on the headquarters of each system of inhabited worlds. Remember, there was that system of like, okay, so one, they like rotate like through, like one of them stays on as advisor and the next one is coming up, and one of them like reminded me of the Foundation trilogy, right? The constellation father names one of these Lanonandeks as chief every decamillennium, so it's 10,000 years. Sometimes no change in the head of the trio is made, the matter being entirely optional with the constellation rulers. System governments do not suddenly change in personnel unless a tragedy of some sort occurs. When system sovereigns or assistants are recalled, okay, so they can be reappointed to the same post, okay. When system sovereigns or assistants are recalled, their places are filled by selections made by the Supreme Council located on the constellation headquarters from the reserves of that order, a group which is larger on Urantia than the average indicated. The Supreme Lanonandek Councils are stationed on the various constellation headquarters. Such a body is presided over by the senior most high associate of the constellation father, while the junior associate supervises the reserves of the secondary order. Okay, so they're supervised by the constellation fathers. The system sovereigns are true to their names. They are well nigh sovereign in the local affairs of the inhabited worlds. They are almost paternal in their direction of the planetary princes, the material sons, and the ministering spirits. The personal grasp of the sovereign is all but complete. So it's not quite complete. The personal grasp is all but complete. There's got to be a little room there for. These rulers are not supervised by Trinity observers from the central universe. They're not supervised, okay? They are the executive division of the local universe, and as custodians of the enforcement of legislative mandates and as executives for the application of judicial verdicts. They present the one place in all universe administration where personal disloyalty to the will of the Michael Sun could most easily and readily entrench itself and seek to assert itself. Okay. Custodians of the enforcement of legislative mandates. They represent the one place in all universe administration where personal disloyalty could most easily and most readily entrench itself. So it's almost like that flaw is almost built into the system because they're saying this is a weak link here. This is okay. It's the weak link. Why do you want to have a weak link? Well, because we have to have some variability. So that's kind of hard for me to understand. But I guess that here they need to be fallible in order to be able to reach us too, kind of. It's such a difficult thing. Because we need to, that gives us opportunity, I don't know, to rise here. It's like, gosh, Father, why would you make me so weak like that? I can see where people would get mad at that. That would make it worse. Our local universe has been unfortunate in that over 700 sons of the Lanonandek order have rebelled against the universe government, thus precipitating confusion in several systems and on numerous planets. So it wasn't just one system, not just our system, but there's been a couple different systems. Of this entire number of failures, only 3 were system sovereigns. Okay, Lucifer was one of them. That's, like, I think there's like 100 systems in the constellation. No. Or, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember that. Okay. There's like about 100 or something, I think. Practically all of these sons belong to the second and third orders. Okay, so the primary Lanonandeks are only 3 of them. But that was, dude, that was Lucifer. Okay. Of this entire number of failures, only 3 were system sovereigns. Practically all these sons belong to the second and third orders, planetary princes and tertiary Lanonandeks. The large number of these sons who have lapsed from integrity does not indicate any fault in creatorship. Get it through your head, Kim. Okay? They could have been made divinely perfect, but they were so created that they might better understand and draw near to the evolutionary creatures dwelling on the world of time and place. So the benefit of this to the creator outweighs the risk. It's just how it is. Of all the local universes in Orvanton, our universe has, with the exception of Henselon, lost the largest number of this order of suns. Henselon is the other universe. Or the other, yeah, in Orvanton. Henselon. The other universe, Henselon, has lost a lot of Lanonandek suns. What's Henselon? I know. Okay, on Uversa, it is the consensus that we have had so much administrative trouble in Nebadon because our sons of the Lanonandek order have been created with such a large degree of personal liberty in choosing and planning. So on Uversa, they're commenting on Michael's creation of these Lanonandek sons. Wow, you know that Christ Michael over there in Nebadon? He's making those Lanonandeks. He's giving pretty free rein to those Lanonandeks. Maybe he should discipline his kids. It's like, the grandparent saying, my son, whatever, doesn't discipline his kids. He should make them stay after school and do their homework. You should ground them more. So they're commenting on that. Of course, you can't say that to your son. I can't say that. Why don't you discipline your kids? But, there's the liberal parenting skills or whatever that is. Okay, all right. That's interesting. Okay, I do not make this observation by way of criticism. Okay, so I'm not trying to criticize. I'm just noticing this. Okay, I'm not trying to we love you, Christ Michael. You're doing what you do for your kids. I'm just telling you. I'm just like taking notes. The creator of our universe has full authority and power to do this. Okay, it is the contention of our high rulers that while such free choosing sons make excessive trouble in the earlier stages of the universe, when things are fully sifted and finally settled, the gains of higher loyalty and fuller volitional service on the part of these thoroughly tested sons will far more than compensate for the confusion and tribulation of earlier times. So it's so weird to think of ourselves. This is the early stages of this universe. Okay, because the planet's crashing. We're almost going to die of climate change and nuclear winter and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, we're at the early stages. In the event of rebellion on a system headquarters, a new sovereign is usually installed within a comparatively short time, but not so on the individual planets. So this has affected us too because Caligastia rebelled. So they are the component units of the material creation. And creature free will is a factor in the final adjudication of all such problems. Successor planetary princes are designated for isolated worlds. Planets whose princes of authority may have gone astray, but they do not assume active rulership of such worlds until the results of insurrection are partially overcome and removed by the remedial measures adopted by the Melchizedeks and other ministering personalities. Rebellion by a planetary prince instantly isolates his planet. The local spiritual circuits are immediately severed. Only a bestowal son can reestablish interplanetary lines of communication on such a spiritually isolated world. Okay, so wow. So this is where we're in this bowl, in this soup right now, because we've had our planetary prince rebelled. So I don't know what stages we are at as of having new planetary prince. I think Christ Michael himself is our acting planetary prince. I don't know if we're going to get another one. I don't know how much this insurrection has been adjudicated. Where are we talking about that? Okay, the insurrection. Okay, so they do not assume active rulership of such worlds until the results of insurrection are partially overcome and removed by the remedial measures adopted by the Melchizedeks and other ministering personalities. This is so long ago, but we have no way of knowing really what stage we're at with this. I think, see, and removing Caligastia from here, I don't really understand why that's a problem, but they still say that Caligastia is still here. Planetary prints are component units of the material creation, but they get sent. How are they component units of the material creation? Because he came from Jerusalem. It's not like a midware that's born here. So no, that's a little confusing to me. So rebellion by a planetary prince instantly isolates his planet. The local spiritual circuits are severed. Only the bestowal son, Jesus, can reestablish these interplanetary lines of communication. So some Urantians will say that, oh, that's happening now, or that has happened, or will, and there's a lot of contention, a little bit, about what's really going on with that. Where are we with that? Because this has happened. We want to just just get it, but there's so much problems here too, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, all right. There exists a plan for saving these wayward and unwise sons, and many have availed themselves of this merciful provision, but never again may they function in those positions wherein they defaulted. Okay, I think that's fair. After rehabilitation, they are assigned to custodial duties and to departments of physical administration. Well, yeah, and that's fair. I wouldn't want a ruler who botched an assignment. Yeah, okay, so there's kind of a lot to think about there. But anyway, guys, I have to get going. I have to go to work early this morning, so I will see you guys soon. Thank you very much. Bye.